like Ned.
Okay. All right.
I'm doing so good with them. I had to get my infusion this morning, my 120. It's been good. So thank you.
Gonna,
It's worth the pill. It's worthwhile.
I guess, go ahead and get started. I don't know where Bill and Landon are, but,
I got Bill's.
Oh, okay.
Landon's gonna be here. He's finishing something right now.
okay.
Bill was off the set.
Okay, 5 o'clock call to order. Did you get to look through the minutes? I emailed them a while back.
Been a while, but
There's,
yes,
if you want to look at them.
this is the one that I missed.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. A motion to approve the minutes as submitted.
Second.
Okay,
move.
all in favor? Aye.
I
Okay.
can't write and talk at the same time.
Okay. Pat, do you have anything?
Yes, sir.
Steve, you wanna?
Anyways, I mean, you got Bill's sheet, what we talked about earlier. So the meeting last night was discussed on the truck. I think we're gonna be looking at doing a smaller truck, not the base truck. It's still within the amount that we talked about. It's not quite half, but
Thank you.
just since you weren't at that meeting. Everything else is on there. I don't think there's any more specifics around those. Unless you guys have a question.
Is getting a vehicle checkup on the 2008 a possibility?
Yeah, what, to look at the,
It's
yeah,
gonna
go
go
and have
away.
somebody look at it, so.
Thank you much.
Was that Bill's report then you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Did you have something yourself?
I don't have anything for me.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I thought that's what you're asking about. I know anything else.
The replaced traffic lights around town, is that, are we updating or changing anything? Are they LEDs currently, or is there anything? I know that's one that is constantly,
So it's just replacing example, yesterday, the green light heading south at Main and High on Main Street went out. So they go and they replace that light. And those are all LEDs. Those were all replaced with LEDs, LED system years ago. So that's what he's talking about, is just the burnt lights when they burn out.
Is it just
Okay.
all of them?
Yeah, yeah.
What type of streetlights they put in now? They're so bright.
They're LEDs.
Gosh.
That's LEDs too. They really make a difference.
Oh, street light. Oh,
Street lights.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So the new ones are going like, state routes will be 4,000 lumen, and the side or streets, I think we're going.
One out in my house has been out about a year, and when they put that in, that everything.
There's one on Mount Street that, I mean, when I take the dog out at midnight, I have a shadow
Dark.
like I'm on a stage. It's crazy. Kind of freaky. I wanted to throw rocks at it. but Not really, not really.
are we
Are
adding
those-
any more in along 42 there? Kind of going with street project?
Yeah.
142,
Got that.
Do you have any new street lights kind of being planned right now? or-
two on East High Street that's been in the works.
They didn't like the light yet.
I know he met with them earlier this week or last week, but.
How much does it cost for one of those guys?
15,000? That might have been for both, I can't remember. They are,
Yeah. 20 grand, probably, yeah.
Are the regular street lights, is that Ohio Edison or is that? Yeah, okay. Plus the community lights are Ohio Edison also,
sorry.
like housing development areas or,
We require they use, Ohio Edison compliant, like off their thing, so everything's done. Couple of slipped through in the past, but that is, we do what we tell them, to be compatible with that.
I see the Zoom meeting choice one on 4th Street project, and we were kind of chatting about that one. My only question on that was, with that project, are we actually putting down bricks again, or is it
That's big.
pavement?
So that'll be tear out, replace all the underground. Mid Ohio is also going to update And there's either, and I'd have to look at my notes, it's either sewer or water. I think they have water running through there. There's no sewer in that or vice versa, but they're gonna replace what they have when it's done. That's on them.
Yeah.
And then we'll have the drains and all, but it's a complete tear out and it'll go back and pay.
The cost of bricks is astronomical
Yeah.
to do a brick road compared to a regular road.
Anything else on?
Take your test.
Is that the sinkhole Canterbury? And that one, I kind of had a question about later on, so I'll bring mine up later, but yeah, nope, that's all good for.
Okay.
Nothing else new on this.
Landon?
Updates on the pools. So obviously this year we went to accounts for all patrons of the pool. Coming along nicely. Some have done it ahead of time to save some time, while others fill out some paperwork for us to create their accounts there at the front desk. There's a link there to help anybody that wants to register ahead of time. The welcome tab offers instructions on setting up your account. So then memberships and punch cards can be purchased online. Day passes must be purchased from the front desk, just so it's the day of. That way somebody's not purchased them and then all of a sudden not coming that day. Basically, they won't come after that. Memberships, little rundown currently of where we sit on the memberships we've sold so far. The family memberships for last year, that included some from MRDD. So we will see. I've been in talks with her. I think they're going to do 20 again this year. She hasn't sent me any of the paperwork yet to process any of those. So our family membership will go up, as well as, we're just now getting into the hot season, especially this week. So every day we add a few here and there. As far as the senior resident and senior double resident, you see the amount there. Last year we sold a total of 6 combined. We're already at 34 on just residents alone. Have they visited yet? Maybe not, but they went ahead and set up their account. They went ahead and got their membership. But as we get into July's meeting, I'll have some numbers on how many, membership visits we've already had, stuff like that. And we've actually sold 2 non-resident senior double memberships as well. So, and then punch cards, those kind of come, depends if people just think they're going to be there for, a few days during the summer, or if they're going to host a birthday party during operating hours. Sometimes they'll just purchase the punch cards just to get all the kids in that way, just to make it a little bit cheaper. So after our pool rentals, cost is $350 up to 100 guests. Hours are now 7 to 9. The pool and shelter will be for your guests only. Up to 25 guests can enter starting at 5 to swim. Bring your own food and drink. You can register at the link above or in person at the pool. With us changing our hours this year, we've actually already booked a few Sunday evening pool parties, which is new. In the past, it's always been Friday, Saturday. And if we tell them they're booked, then they just say, never mind. But we've actually got 2 Sundays already on the schedule coming up. So still hiring lifeguards, must be 15 years old, able to get your Red Cross lifeguard certification. We do reimburse the cost of the course. I've been in touch with two that are supposed to be seeking courses to go get certified. So I'll follow up with them and see if they were able to do that. That way we can get them hired on. And then swim lessons, hope to be able to hold lessons towards the end of June and into July. Being short on available lifeguards has restricted us from being able to offer them so far. Some of the lifeguards are getting up closer to 40 hours just by working at the pool. So since swim lessons are held either an hour before or an hour after, that would put them over. So one thing I didn't add, water aerobics. We were in talk with Crystal Robinette. Debbie is no longer going to be our water aerobics instructor, but Crystal will. We're just finalizing the details, and then we'll have the contract drafted up and have those started. She wants to start June 22nd, I believe, if that's a Monday. Check the calendar. Yep, June 22nd. So it'd be Monday and Wednesdays from 6 to 7 p.m. Filing the details now. It'll be a little bit different. We'll handle all the cash transactions, and then she'll actually be an instructor for us. she'll invoice us and we'll just pay her, kind of like when we had the dance classes here, where we paid the instructor, but we collected the registration fees and stuff like that. Adult sports league, so only co-ed softball again this year. Games on Sunday through the end of July. Men's league did not have enough interest. We'll possibly look into hosting a fall league for that. And then going forward, probably look for a new night of the week to see if anything works better. We got up to 3 teams this year, which was an additional team. However, need a minimum of 4 to host it. And sand volleyball registration's coming up, 125. So it's co-ed league, Sunday afternoons beginning July 12th. I'm also going to look at possibly hosting just some one-day tournaments in case, some people don't want to commit to the season. They're not available every Sunday. But if they're, available to come to a one-day tournament, chance to bring in some revenue using that sand volleyball court. Then there's the online registration link again to the catalog.
Certain number of people that can be on a team for that type of tournament, or?
Well, so 6 are out on the court. It's a 6v6. 3 male, 3 female on the co-ed side. Some of the other places they'll break it down where it's 4v4 or even 2v2. But the 2v2 court's a little bit smaller, so we'd have to adjust to that. But usually it's 6v6, especially the older you get and the more out of shape you are. So, park rules. So the new park rule signage has been posted at Epic Towling and Merrimack Park. The most frequent violation is under the ordinance 1062.03, which is the park rules. Wheeled vehicles, toys, cycles are not to be ridden in the parks, including on the paved pathways in the parks, and shall be parked in the appropriate racks and may not remain in the park overnight. Obviously, wheelchairs and medical scooters are allowed. Violators are informed of the rules of the park and are asked to park their wheeled vehicles in or around the bike racks. Just the other day, there was violators. They didn't listen to Tammy. She got the police involved. Even the police informed them of their rules. They were riding e-bikes through the park, anywhere, everywhere, stuff like that. After being told by the police that was against park rules, and to not do it again, 1 hour later, they were through the park. So all 3 juveniles have been trespassed from the park, and their parents have been notified. So it's not just listening to Parks and Rec employees on the park rules. I mean, they're just not even listening to the police when the police tell them.
I'm guessing maybe here's where we can discuss this, because just even looking at this right away, my mind said automatically, I'm guessing we're talking about the motorized vehicles that, they've been zipping through there. And
Even
I've seen the cops.
bikes and even your small electric scooters,
But I mean, can we look into a motion to amend to motorized wheeled vehicles, toys, cycles? Somebody on rollerblades wanting to go through there, I feel is different than, or even a bike.
These rules came through this committee a year or 2 ago. So, I mean, all the wording and everything.
This isn't to bring to council to get passed.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see how we can maybe work on this to help that situation. Because somebody riding a bicycle through there and somebody going 20 miles per hour on an electric.
So you're thinking we need to modify it and make it for motorized only?
At least kind of try to do that.
Well, no, we don't want bikes ridden. They're walking paths. They're up there at the shelter. I mean, that's right by the playground there. It was made to basically, if you're bringing something like that to get to the park, you park it at the bike racks and then come into the park, enjoy the park. It's not, it's not a course. It's not whether it's a racing course or a pump track or anything like that.
I mean, the trail on the outside, though, that is a large loop and kind of has that entryway from the sidewalk area there, kind of on Main Street there. Walnut. And so that's I'm just talking about not the actual, playground area. And that's where I think that's a good kind of sense there. But I don't know if there's
Do you
any way
think
for us.
bicycles and
I think
rollerblades should be
bicycles
allowed
would be
on the
okay.
walking path?
Yeah.
It's
Like,
literally called a walk path. I mean, that's what it was built for, was to walk.
if I were walking there, I would like the kids, because they go fast on their
Fast.
bicycle.
Yeah.
They zip through.
And I can't hear right out of one ear, so I would probably be splattered on the, I don't know, that.
I mean, that's why it's,
They go so fast.
it's one or another, right? That's why we banned it all, basically. Because it is a walking path, but that's why we bought the bike racks, so that way they all get, you know, bring your lock, bring your chain, you know, lock them up. If you think someone's gonna steal and stuff like that. So just wanted to get that out there. I mean, that is the most frequent violation, and obviously it will take time to kind of crack down on that and make sure that everybody's aware. I mean, we have the big sign there, you know, coming off a park and everything like that. We're gonna get some more signs posted up around the shelter house so people can see.
What's the rule on dogs at the park?
Must be leashed.
Must be
Okay,
leashed,
you
yeah.
can have them, but they
Yep.
have to be leashed. And how are, sorry, I got a lot of questions, I guess. The blessing boxes, the food, I know they had to move them and there's been a lot of vandalism and the kids squeezing peanut butter out on. the
Well,
playground.
funny thing is, they brought the peanut butter from home.
Oh.
So,
that's swell.
it was odd, but then they did go down to the Hope Box. They did bring items back up, kind of destroyed them and left the litter on the ground, stuff like that. All four of those, where that video and stuff has been turned over to the police department, screen grabbed, stuff like that. So they should be dealing with those four, that were part of that peanut butter.
Is it just recently again?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think, was it last week?
A couple of
is
trees.
that
They
a
were,
county
they were
park?
just,
No, that's different. We're talking about the peanut butter one recently?
oh, the peanut butter ones that.
Yeah, that's
The
recent.
Cowling Park was a few weeks.
Yeah.
I wish
Oh, is
that
that-
we could make those juveniles clean the place and maintain it for
So the
however long. I
The
don't
first
know.
one they did, they made them go back, clean everything up, throw it away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Me,
that's-
PD made the parents or guardians come pick them
Oh,
up.
wow.
Yeah, but that was when it was still up in their old locations. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Hmm.
So now if somebody's walking, say at Mary Mac, if they're walking back that far to the Hope Box, then either they're there to get something because they need it, or they're there to take something out to basically vandalize with. So as soon as they walk back up towards the playground area or anywhere else in the park, you can see what they're doing. So in a sense, it's not just like they're walking by and they're like, oh, you know, they're literally walking back there to get something to vandalize. So.
Ah,
But like I said, peanut butter they brought from home. So it was kind of weird. They literally walked in the park, sat up there in the shelter for a minute, and next thing you know, the jar of peanut butter came out and it was just getting smeared everywhere. It's kind of weird. So
That's
movie night in Cowling Park. So our first movie night of the season is this Friday, June 12th with the movie Goat. This will be our mini festival night. The activity starting at 6 p.m. Bounce houses, food trucks, petting zoo, face painting, magic show. Movie will probably start a little after 9 o'clock. Of course, weather pending. If it is bad weather, we will probably actually still show the movie. We'll just bring it here to City Hall and show it next door. I believe it's 7 o'clock start if that's the case, right? Yeah.
Still bring the animals in.
Still won't be animals. Still might do the face painting, magic show, stuff like that. But won't be no goats in here running around or anything like that. So then our second movie night will take place on July 24th. So as we get closer to that date, we'll start advertising for that. And then Safety Town. I was a presenter at London Elementary School Safety Town again this year to go over water safety. Typically lifeguards give the presentation, but since it was held at City Hall this year, I was able to use resources from the Red Cross to show them videos on water safety. Safety Town is for kindergartners. There's 21 kids that signed up this year. So it's us, police, fire, health department. We all kind of have a little slot to teach them, a little bit about safety. So.
Just go
I
ahead.
had a question on the horseshoe pits. They redid them a few years ago. I've never seen them used. Does anybody or?
They get
Where's that
used
tournament?
here and there. The clay in there, we've checked it. It's still viable. Going with clay is a little tough. And that is something that needs almost, you work it kind of before you play and you work it after you play. It's one of those things. So, in the process of finding out who's actually got the key to that blue box that sits in there. Kind of asked Brenda, but she hasn't got back to me, the Russells, on if they own the key, they have a key, or if it was just somehow lost.
Thought it was your family.
Well, that's the thing. She mentioned it, but they said she was supposed to go back and check, but haven't heard anything. So if not, but also that water hydrant that sits in there that was kind of be used to water the clay down, that's tied to its own meter, separate from everything else in the park. So the expense to have that meter turned on, is pretty great just to use it for a horseshoe pit. But we recently, replaced all the wood at the bottom of the backstops for the horseshoe pits, and everything like that. Plan is to possibly get the new rubber covers, get them replaced a little bit. Some of them are looking a little tattered, stuff like that. But there is a few people that still go play horseshoes. It's just not, I don't think it's just not as big anymore, locally.
I think when they put them in, they talked about trying to get tournaments going again, which I guess apparently they used to do in the past here in London. Is that right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was ever, or nothing's ever come of that, I don't think,
Remember
but
who kind of spearheaded
Uh,
that?
Brenda?
Yeah.
Oh,
Brendan.
yeah, that's, I think why originally they rebuilt those or
I can ask her that
refurbished them or
about the key
whatever.
again. I know we're meeting on next Monday, so check that one.
Someone mentioned on, I think it was on Facebook, trying to make some permanent cornhole.
I've been in talks with him. He's got an interesting idea. So when you say permanent, that's the thing. There's not really permanent boards yet. But I've been in talks with him and stuff like that. Because it wouldn't be a thing where you would leave like normal cornhole boards out there. It would be like a permanent installation.
Look up
Okay.
campground cornhole boards, and that's where I've seen one before, that it's a plexiglass kind of board that it's just mounted on a concrete base.
It's anchored.
It's anchored, yep, and there's just kind of a little overhang that had the baskets to just kind of keep them dry. It'd be tough for us, people would have to bring their own bags, but
Right.
it's definitely doable. But it kind of also goes with my thoughts on, have we ever looked into doing a horseshoe rental for, hey, $5 and an ID while you have it down at the pool?
That'd be super tough. I mean, I think A, are we open that day? B, we're only open limited times, Memorial Day through mid-August, let's say, there's stuff like that. And then, the horseshoes are probably, if you require the ID, not everybody's got ID nowadays. But then, $5, horseshoes probably cost more than $5. So.
But only other two things was being at Cowling Park. I saw some carpenter bees getting up into the rafters over there.
In the shelter.
Yep. So here we go, look at that one. And then
Where at specifically? Because it's hard to
the
tell.
arch out towards the front entrance, complete opposite from the back. Bathroom side.
So the park area.
Okay. And so, yeah, right under.
Well, it's sometimes hard to see.
Oh, yeah.
It's all wood.
Yep. Oh, I hate chasing these little things down. Grass in these swings. Are we gonna be able to possibly remulch those ones also, or any plan?
So the plan is a volunteer group, that comes. It seems like some of these, volunteer groups that do reach out to us and we kind of tell them, yeah, we got some projects, and then we tell them what said projects are, and then they don't come. Because it is labor intensive. So, plan is to kind of dig out, you're talking about the swing side there. So dig that down some. Cause a lot of that is just mulch that is basically disintegrated and turned into, compost and soil and become, decent for weeds to grow. So dig that stuff out and then get mulch, hauled in. So.
Cause Merrimack, we did that one over at Merrimack Park there, the Miracles, and that was about $5,000, I think, that it cost to get that thing remulched. And so it wasn't bad, but the other one that they had messaged out that we were going to talk about yesterday, but we're going to talk about next Monday, is the new dugouts for out there, and hopefully looking at under $10,000 that they can get into those guys. So I'm not giving any final words on that.
Man, I hope that's not the price. I live.
If anything, Would you like me to have them reach out after?
Well, no, we've had a meeting with Brenda came in and represented Mary McMiracle. Both contractors met each other out there. So they should be on the same page and everything should be going through Mary McMiracle.
Okay.
That is where it was last left, put it that way.
Yep.
So,
That's kind of where I was just.
yeah, but as far as the price goes, unless they're
Donations.
going through Mary McMiracle, then, we're out of the loop, so that's fine too.
But yeah, I was just saying, kind of giving you a heads up if you hadn't heard.
Yeah. So no, I know both contractors, they're to keep me in the loop. They know we got rentals down there for practices. We got, softball on Sundays down there, stuff like that.
And then I forget if I had asked about if next month maybe we could look into the bathroom, kind of getting added down there at Merrimack Park or kind of where we want to.
Talk about the permanent.
Yep.
I think we're still trying to determine what's gonna cost to get, so kind of work backwards in this sense of where we need to tie into. And then what it's gonna cost to kind of get it to tie into there. Because we know it's gonna have to get pumped uphill. So,
Maybe next month we could start. I don't know, do you need to go ask people or how do you want us to go about that, I guess?
I thought that Bill was gonna try to determine where the lines are and where the smartest, I guess, access point would be.
All right.
You got sanitation and then you got the church.
Yeah.
Like which route to go, and then you got the gas utility easement that runs through the middle of it. So,
What do you think, Steve?
And also, where does the
Maybe
church
next month
go?
we can-
Because we can't,
I don't know. I mean, we're dealing with all those other things.
we
with
can't tap
sanitation.
into the church.
no.
I'll talk to him and see what, what are you talking about?
Just kind of getting the
Yeah.
beginning quotes, that's all, kind of start seeing.
Well,
what our
the
prices
problem with
are.
getting quotes is, like, that's a lot of work. We might be able to get somebody, give us a rough idea, but that's definitely gonna be over the threshold.
Oh,
To be-
we're,
Bids, oh yeah,
So somebody's not gonna come in and spend hours and design and do all that, might be able to talk to people.
a rough draft of kind of, how many 100,000.
That's gonna take
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Probably. But it's just kind of, that opens up that whole area for new park ideas and maybe bike trails instead of walking path. And types of things that we can actually do out there, if we just have that one porta potty, kind of limits our abilities.
We do have a beautiful bike trail in this town too. That people can bike and rollerblade and skateboard on, that is well maintained and very nice that.
And I'm excited to see that one going through. Have you heard anything new with the railroad progress at all on that one?
Coming along, yeah, they're getting towards the finish line on it.
Yes. So, yep, that's been good with all that. That's all I had for you, Landon. Thank you much.
Okay. Anything else for,
Information, the chief commission planted 12 50-gallon fees up at Calvin Park.
I know. Now, Bill, let me know, we kind of
I
scoped
figured
out,
to let you know.
majority of them went, near where trees had fallen.
That's right, but most of them. Had a couple big ones that blew down last year.
Yeah, that past couple of years, there's been a few that have toppled.
Always like the wood pile that he makes out at Merrimack. Some extra logs.
Yeah, well, that's other people, I think. I don't know if he takes his there or if he just lets other people put the big logs there for people to cut out.
anything else for Landon? No? Didn't have any old business that I know of. Any new business?
I just have questions if that's all right.
No new business legislation, nothing?
Nothing.
Yeah, right. So I know we've kind of chatted about this one before, but I forget what our full answer was on it, but grass on the side of the curbs that are in the street, specifically West High Street and Lafayette there. Kind of CVS coming into town, got the bush grass that's coming out of the side of the road. Is that us that we
You're
can?
talking about cut grass that's in the street or
Nope,
what are you
growing weeds on the
Oh.
inside of the curbs on the
in the
street.
evening?
Is that us that gets rid of those, or is that a still homeowner?
That's just like a sidewalk. That's an easement. They're responsible.
Sidewalks, curbs, gutters.
That's all under, if they don't do it, there's a complaint filed with building. They do an inspection. If it's there, they send them a letter. They give them 5 days, X number of days,
Same
it's
grass
not done, they send it to us, we have it mowed.
Yep.
Then we'll.
All right. Well, yeah, I was just kind of double checking on that. Cool. Houses built on electric easement, the Johnson's Creek one. I was gonna kind of just ask about that one. Something about a homeowner that had purchased their home, sold their home, and then got over here and weren't able to move into the home and were given their money back. Is that anything we know anything else about?
I haven't heard that one specifically. I mean, easement issues and that are between the builder and them. I mean, I know that there's been some easement issues they've been working through, but
With Ohio Edison, that's on the developer and Ohio Edison. That has nothing to do with us.
We just kind of have the general, hey, here's our plots, and yeah, if you're crossing lines, it's kind of on you. More I asked, hey, knowledge. And so 39 sidewalk ramps, how's that guy going? Have we gotten any started on yet?
no, I think it's supposed to start this month.
Okay.
So it's in conjunction with the other, with the paving project and then getting the paving project. So sure they're gonna do it in conjunction, but I'm not sure. I don't know, start.
Because yeah, that was next, or on the list at least. Did we have a start date for the ODOT one at all yet or anything? No. All right. Anything for the 500,000 for the street work? Any kind of start date on?
We don't have a start date. We did go out and do a ride and looked at the stuff, sent it back to, one of them was on Kennedy Boulevard where there's some, bumps, I'm gonna call them, and we're trying to look how to, that was included in one of them. We're trying to decide if that can be repaired and not spend the money on that if we can make repairs to it. So
Do we have-
likely the end of summer.
Do we have our list like put together though, kind of?
Well, that's part of the list, but it's not defined yet. So
Okay.
until that's done.
Because yeah, I forget who was saying, I might have been just on Facebook or whatnot, but it was another individual that had experience within cities and kind of talked about their maintenance plans of, hey, we work with this district 1 year, go to the next district, kind of work around.
We don't do it by district. We do it by significance of what needs.
Yep.
Yeah, because that could be completely unfair where this one has a lot of problems, but oh, we did that 2 years ago. You're not up. So we do look at what can be best done, number one, with budget, what needs it. And the other is there's some things to be saved with simple, micro sealing or whatever, and others may not. So.
Because yeah, we were saying any that were within that 60 to 80 range were kind of our, hey, getting the actual $10 square foot kind of covering there. But anything below that.
I have no idea what you're
research.
talking about. 60, 80, what?
60, the PCI, it was that the grading scale that they were using for the streets there. And so that's, a big one that
Yeah.
I'm thinking, hey, if we could knock out something within a whole area, kind of minimize them traveling around, but just kind of focus on those types of projects. We have
Prices change all the time due to
Oh, yeah.
petroleum though, so.
cheapest of $10 a
We'll
square.
leave that to the experts.
But we have looked at it, we just don't have a finalized schedule and or location yet.
All right. The West High Street, that sinkhole, I sent you guys some pictures of them, actually, just emailed it a couple minutes ago before. It was in Bill's thing here also.
East
on the-
High Street.
Is it East High Street?
At
way?
Windsor?
Which way?
Oh, it is East High Street out there. Yes. But, is that the one off of? Well, it
Right
just says
beside
sinkhole.
321 East High, at things, it's actually on or Windsor, I'm sorry.
Did we camera that thing at all? And yeah, if you guys want to kind of check it out, because it was one that we were just riding our bike around with me and the boy and kind of came across this piece of street that had sunk in. And so it was one that, I feel I had actually kind of brought that, yeah.
That's
we
Middle
saw-
High, it's not ours.
We don't think that has anything to do with stormwater?
No, that's Middle High, all Middle High. They admitted it, they worked on it, they fixed it the day before and it collapsed afterwards, that's Middle High. Yeah, and so they went back that Saturday and filled it with, I don't know, 57s, whatever, to temporary fix it, so it can still be driven on, they'll have to go back and excavate it and figure out why. So something's happened that's causing that to wash out, it's literally the day before. it was
That's what you're talking about.
Yes.
bad. Let me see that real quick, Andy,
So-
just make sure.
That's-
Yep, that's it.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's it.
That's the East High.
Yeah.
And so that was, yeah, kind of seeing, if there's something washing it out underneath, I'm guessing it's probably coming from storm
I
sewer
got-
somewhere.
No, it's not. So
It's not.
you're
It's
jumping to
Middle Ohio.
conclusions, it's Middle Ohio. So the same thing, if a sanitary sewer has pipes too, if they have a burst, it will suck that right in.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
so there's no indication that has anything to do with none. Not saying something may turn up somewhere else, but it's not looking like that. In Mid-Ohio, we met them last Tuesday. We talked about it at the big meeting later Tuesday. They're gonna look at that further to see.
Right on, because yeah, I wasn't sure if we knew if water was done running through there or not at least, and so. Cool, thank you much for checking on that, and, kind of brought up, if we are getting the surveys now for pretty much northeast side of town now to kind of look into that from mid-Ohio, would that maybe be something that we'd want to start looking at the south end and kind of,
I'm not sure what your question is.
getting a survey for our storm sewer system in Ward 3, I guess.
We're midway through a project for Ward 3. You realize we just spent $3 million in doing for Ward 3, right?
And so, I mean, that's where, hey, at least we can kind of maybe track what we have going on or what's been destroyed or just kind of waiting, but.
I'm still not sure what your question is. I'm not sure. We just did literally a project on Ward 3, half of it. We have to do the other. That's still gonna have to be engineered and designed.
Okay.
But that's basically from School Street down to the railroad tracks. And I might be off on that.
And so pretty much that whole section of storm sewer, then you're saying.
Down Center Street and across to, yeah, that was all just done. All that down Center and across, I believe, Oak down to the creek, that was all stormwater that was done. Well, it's finished earlier this year. That's why that part of Center Street has to be repaved because that probably wasn't proper compacted or whatever. They're gonna come back in and redo that too. The whole thing.
All right, because yeah, I mean, I'm thinking side streets or somewhere else, there's possibly something, but hey, I don't know, I'm still just looking into, hey, we want to get a survey of some kind. Full look through everything. But. That's all we need.
Does the intersection over here fill up anymore?
Like last year it did.
I didn't.
Knock on wood, that rain we got the other day, that really,
2 inches.
dude, I'm talking about the 7. It took the water.
Good.
Yeah, I think last fall we had 5 inches in a few hours. It
Yeah.
But before we got out there to check it, it already dropped. It's been pretty decent.
The rest of that last rain, I don't really know how to fix it besides building a London dam on the other side of it, on that sanitation department. Because yeah, just getting that water to get through here.
That water used to go almost
We
back to the
put the
fire
dam on the
station.
north side, that's the problem, is that it all comes down from Marysville. That's, all that water runs, and then all of a sudden our creeks are to the banks before we even get a drop of rain. And then once we get rain on top of that, then they're breaking because everything heads this way.
Which is why Deer Creek stayed flooded basically above, because they released it slowly versus letting it spill out.
Yeah.
Drown everybody beneath.
Yeah, that last was bizarre how that.
So that just now opened back up,
You're-
the marina and stuff, yeah.
Not a. Cool.
Anything else?
That's all I got.
Anything else? Our next meeting will be July 14th.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
5:36.
Just say July 14th.
Yeah.
I'll think
Which
of
notebook?
Brian,
In your
and because he doesn't know how to use a copy.
notebook.
I know.
How I noticed yesterday. Oh.
I'm gonna tell you what I told Kenny, you're not gonna like what you're gonna hear.
See you guys.
See ya.
See, thank you.
Yeah, it's all wrong. It's 2/21/20, so it must not have been this one. Maybe it was this one?
You done, Andy?
Oh, yeah. Thanks.